Alright, welcome back to MDawg, and we are here on Captain Santiago. Trying to get the light right. I don't know, probably just of a wrinkle in the green screen. Anyway, nice lake trout for Plisno in chat, by the way. Level 26 trophy lake trout. How about that? All right, so we're here at Mosquito at 8787. I've actually got bream stuff in the water. Apparently there's a few bream here. We've been catching them when we've been fishing for perch here. But certainly as way of an update, it is worth mentioning that, ooh, look at that big common roach. It is worth mentioning that I did have a trophy perch here. So we now have trophy perch to go with the other fish that we've caught here at Mosquito. There are multiple active perch spots that we've been fishing on this account, but where I caught the trophy perch was actually here in this position, and it was at 10-meter clip. Right now we're at 12-meter clip for the bream, but it was at 10-meter clip, and it was on night crawlers. Pretty healthy one, 1.615. Looks nice. I like the perch model. So nice to get that trophy on Santiago. So really, if you think about, you know, if you're into the trophy card chase, we just, you know, would need to knock out that frog. There's been some possible spots, and then at least for me on MDawg, Ide was the one that did take the longest, so it seems like it's kind of setting up that way again. So we'll see if we get any. We don't have bream ground bait yet. That's something we really need to start focusing on, is leveling up our ground bait. We've kind of, I think because we haven't fished bream as much as I typically do, I just haven't been as motivated. We've been hitting these just like interesting spots on other bodies of water besides Old Berg, and because of that, we've kind of lacked the amount of leveling up ground bait, but we need to get on that at some point. I was kind of looking to see if there's any other spots I want to try fishing on in this, while we're sort of in this update episode. Like I said, for trophy perch, it was here at 8787, which technically would be right here, I guess. But it was, if anything, like slightly left of south, so kind of like in this direction, 10-meter clip. If you go back to the video from my stream on Saturday, it's actually one of the two perch spots that I pitched for, that I fished for quite a while. During that stream, I don't know, I probably put about 6 to 8 hours in on perch before that trophy came. A lot of it was just kind of not AFK fishing, but not paying close attention to it. Certainly caught a lot of perch because the bite rate has just been very active in the time that I have been going for it. It's gonna be a roach or something small. Really small bream. So we did catch a lot of perch. Oh, you really want to see 500 gram bream. If it's not going to be a kilo, none of this 400 gram stuff. So this spot seems very slow for bream. I mean, they are here and they're coming out, but overall it's pretty slow. Funny how much bream and eel. People are catching bream and eel in that same spot on Old Berg. And the same stuff over and over. So the first two lines here have large 1 hook. This third line does have a size 8 hook, which I don't know. If you've only been playing this game for the last year or two, having a size 8 hook might seem strange to you when fishing for bream. But you just got to take my word for it. Back in the day, 8, sometimes 6, that was just the accepted hook size for bream. I'm not saying we were doing it right. Maybe we were doing it wrong all along, or maybe something changed, or I don't know. But now everyone uses large 1 for the most part. But that was not the case back then. And we caught oodles of trophies on size 8 hooks. Maybe we'll just give it another minute or two. I was thinking about going just for the fun of it, trying that frog spot. It's been active. Maybe do 2 bottom, one float. 2255. Yeah, that's a different one. I guess we could try that spot. I've never fished in that spot. Try that. So we'll catch one more fish and then I think we'll relocate. This is like one of the few times that I kind of miss not having the starter feeder rods, because you kind of have those set up for, like, pre-set up for these occasions when you're going to go for the really small stuff like the frogs and, oh, that one's perfect. Frogs and bleak and stuff like that. But it's not that big a deal. It's actually more annoying to switch between like carp setups and just your like everything else setups. So just as a for what it's worth, when I was going for perch, I did do it on large 1 hooks, but I also did on size 6 hooks. That's why I have 3 of these size 6. And I had a lot of, you know, really nice perch. I think though, because when I had been on stream, somebody had caught a trophy perch and it was on large 1 hook, and I kind of wanted to slow the bite rate down but increase the chance of trophy or whatever. So I think I actually switched to large 1. But I mean, I'm convinced it could have come either way, I guess is what I'm saying. That was going to be probably a roach. Might have been a little bream, but it was kind of weird how it wasn't pulling. It also wasn't fully on there yet. All right, so where did I say we're going? It's like 92.55. And we're going to do 2 on feeder. A lot of people have been catching trophy frogs on feeder. I don't think of frogs coming out, big nice frogs on feeder, but I will put 1 float in there too. 92.55. Like they're just like right into the lilies and stuff. Right here, right? Yeah. So they're just kind of going right in here. Somewhere. Actually, let's do a 22 on this one just for fun. And we probably ought to just do a 5-meter clip just to make sure it doesn't go any further than that. I don't know if, or 6, I don't know. I don't know how likely it is to get, what's on the other one? Yeah, that's the one we want. I don't know how likely it is to get snagged over here. Some spots just snag worse than others. Do 22 on this for now. And yeah, that's definitely a frog. Now it's just like all over the place. Where's the float? Oh, I see it. Usually the small frogs is what I have found are just like crazy all over. Like that one was only 33 grams. All right. Especially while it's early in the morning like this. I suppose we could get one at any time, but seems to be it's like more likely. All right. That is a size 22 hook. I think I'm going to go to the short clip on this one. I mean, ooh, that's not what I want. Why are snags so hard to get undone these days? I feel like it's gotten harder. Could be wrong, but it seems to me that you can now just spin forever trying to get something unsnagged. Okay, so let's go 6 on this one, I guess. I wonder if people ever go just a little lower depth on frogs. So many people have been catching them on feeder lately. So strange. At least go to like 20, but I don't. Oh. That's why some of these spots are just kind of annoying. It's not even a frog. I think that was a size 22 hook, and it was one of our nicer hooks. Frustrating. But maybe that's why you feeder fish in some of these spots, because if you throw it on the top, your float's gonna get tangled and you won't even know it. Well, we're now actually over in rough territory. 50, 80 or so. I'm at clip 10. I actually don't remember what clip I used to use here. Obviously 10 seems to be working fine. Might have been more like a 7 or 8 clip though. But anyway, 10 seems to be working good. We're on worms and red worms. And the whole reason why I decided to come here, I was going to go, since it was nighttime, I was going to do crucian gibbles and kind of try that out with some different boilies. But I noticed there was double rough orders. So you can see I started here with some different strawberry raspberry boilies in our normal crucian gibble spot, and then I realized at Cafe how many rough orders. There's like 2 different rough orders. So really think it's like rough. Rough is like one of those few fish that, and I don't know like what the cheapest picker rods would be. You just want something that can get, oh, I don't have that. You want something that's even more sensitive than 14 grams. Because you basically just sit here and you waste so much time fishing because you don't know that you have a fish on. So just for fun, let's go look at a couple things. So let's see. Check that Cafe real quick just for fun, see what the rough orders are. We've got double rough orders with plenty of time. I mean, that's going to be like 60 silver just from rough, and they're both easy ones as well. So it's crazy. That perch order, even though it's not that much silver 10, it still helps. That makes it even more tempting when you're doing you're going for the perch trophy. It just helps because this adds a little bit more. But I've been surprised at how good. Oh, I guess we can't see from here how sensitive the quiver tip is. At least not in the way that I was wanting to. But cheapest ones we can get looks like runs 268. Up to 6.2. So there's just no way around. I mean, pickers just aren't meant for like the very lowest of level. But I don't know. Again, if it's nice and sensitive, and you just find yourself doing tons of fishing for really small fish, would it be worth it? Perhaps. I don't know. But we're already basically a third into level 19, pushing towards 20 here, pushing towards Volkov. I've got regular worms on, even though I mean, I think red worms are probably slightly better. There's a white bream. I do like just using one rod on regular worms, since it just kind of helps not drain your supply of red worms as quickly. Alright, so we have caught some rough. Let's see if we have met the requirements of the Cafe. So instead of 83 silver, let's see if we can make a little more than that. Of course, you want to do the most expensive one first. Make sure you get that one done. 42 silver. And then what is this wanting? 5 pieces. So that's 62 silver just on those. And we do have plenty of frogs. So let's just use one of these non-marker. Let's see. Almost 63 silver just from the Cafe. That's pretty good. I'll probably do some crucian gibble after this video is over. That's 100. I mean, that's a pretty good day of silver there. 5,600. Made some XP. Again, just focusing on cafes can sometimes be the way to go. I think I'm going to wrap this video up, but as you can see, I'm going to get ready for some crucian gibble fishing, but you've seen that enough. You know how that goes. But as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.